Guys, we'll move to question number 6, and it is given two vectors, and these two vectors, those are three dimensions. That means these are 3D vectors. You can see those vectors as given. You can see A equals 2I plus j minus 3k. This is the first vector. You can see it is in the form of ijk, right? Ijk means you have here three dimensions, x, y, and z directions it has. That's why we are calling this as 3D vectors. And this b vector is given as 2i minus 2j plus k. Okay, that is also in the form of ijk. So these are 3D vectors. So then they are asking of the length of A and B. Length means that is the magnitude of the vectors. You can see these two vectors are given in the 3D form, and you want to find out what is the magnitude. How do you take the magnitude of any vector? Okay, the magnitude you can take it from the 3D Pythagoras theorem. That means you can take it like this way. So if you want to take the magnitude of A, you want to take this the coefficient of each I, j, and k, and square them and add them. Okay, what is the coefficient of I here? That is 2, square of 2, plus what is the j coefficient? That is 1. So it is 1 squared, plus what is the k coefficient? That is minus 3, and you want to square the minus 3 as well and get the square root of that one. So what's the answer here? Here this 4 plus 1 plus 9, and 9, 4, 13, and plus 1 is 14. So that is square root of 14. In the same manner, you can take the magnitude of B, that is the length of B. So that is also 2y means it is 2 squared, and plus what is the coefficient of this one? That is minus 2. So minus 2 squared, plus this is 1, so 1 squared. And you want to get the square root of that one. So here 4 plus here also 4 plus 1. So 9 square root means it is 3. Okay, that's the way you are getting the length of A and B. So the first part is done. Okay, this first part is done. Okay, that's the way we are getting the first part. Okay, just get the coefficients, square them, and add them and get the square root. Okay, if you are getting the magnitude of any vector, what do you want to take? Here I, j, and k is available. Each of those coefficients, make them squares and add them and get the square root. So I will erase this one, and we'll move to the second part of the question. Right. The second part of the question, what we have to do, we are asking to get the A dot B. That means it is the dot product. Guys, this means it is the dot product. Okay, dot product means what you want to do. You want to just multiply the corresponding elements. Okay, you want to just multiply the corresponding elements and add them. So now A is you can see I will put A again here, 2i plus j minus 3k, and B is 2i minus 2j plus k, right? What are the corresponding elements? Means this is the corresponding element, 2 into 2, and here 1 and here minus 2, that is the next corresponding element, and here minus 3 and here plus 1, those are the corresponding elements. So you want to multiply those corresponding elements and add them, and here you are not getting. Now here I into I is actually 1, j into j, that is also 1, k into k, that is also 1. So you are not getting here the answer with the ijk format. You are just getting a scalar value, just a number only you are getting. Okay, that's why we are calling this thing as the dot product. In the dot product, you are getting a number. That number can be positive or negative or zero. If that number becomes positive, that means your value is increasing. That means your value is increasing means in a particular direction you are having enlargement. Okay, enlargement. In the same like this way, if the first one is this one a and the second one also like this way, you are getting a multiple value as a dot b. If you are getting a positive value, the length is increasing. If it is a negative value means these are in opposite directions, opposite direction only you are getting. So if it is a negative means opposite direction. But if you are getting the value as 0, that means these vectors are perpendicular to each other. Okay, these vectors are perpendicular to each other, then only you are getting the value as 0. Okay, that is your additional knowledge. So what I want to do is, you want to simply, what is that? Right, now what you want to do to get the dot product, you want to multiply the corresponding elements here. So A dot B means here 2 into 2 is 4, right? 2 into 2 plus here what's that? 1 here and minus 2. 1 into minus 2 and plus here what's that? Minus 3 into, this is plus 1, right? So you are getting the answer as 4 plus here uh, here minus 2, and here minus 3. So you are getting the answer as 4 minus 5, it is minus 1. Okay, you are getting the answer as minus 1. A dot B value is minus 1. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Okay, so we got that value as well. So we got the value as minus 1. Then it is asking to get the angle between A and B. This angle also defined by the dot product. That means angle is defined as A dot product of B. It is defined as mod of A. That means length of A into length of B times of cos theta. This is the definition of the dot product. Okay, by this formula you can find out what is this cos theta by making it as the subject. So then it is A dot product divided by mod of A into mod of B. So we have already taken this A dot product of B as minus 1, right? And also we have taken the length, magnitude of A and magnitude of B. Can you remember? Magnitude of A, we'll just take it, just 2 squared plus 1 squared plus minus 3 squared. Here 4, 5 and 9. 9 plus 5 is 14, so it is square root of 14. And what is the mod of B? Magnitude of B is that is 2 squared plus minus 2 squared plus 1 squared. What is that? 4, 4, 8, 1, 9. So it is 3. So mod of A is more square root of 14 times of this is what? 3. So the answer is minus 1 divided by 3 times of square root of 14. So the theta is the cos inverse of, the theta is the cos inverse of, the theta is the cos inverse, cos inverse of minus 1 divided by 3 into 14. You can take it to decimals and get the answer. So If I consider this minus 14 square, sorry, 14 square root is pretty, it is in between 9 and 16. So it is closer to 4, but less than 4. So apparently it will be like 3.7. If you take 3.7, what will happen? 40 minus 3, 1600, 240, then it is 1600, 13600, 1360, and 9, right? So apparently it is like 3.7, cos inverse minus 1 divided by 3 into 3.7. So cos inverse minus 1 divided by 11.1. So it is like minus 0.0. So it is like 8. So cos inverse theta comes like theta equals cos inverse minus 0.08. So you know that this angle becomes negative, means it is obtuse angle, and cos this is less than 0. Cos 0 is 90, right? Cos 0 is 1, right? Cos 0 is 1, but this is what negative value. So what is cos 90? Cos 90 equals 0. Okay. So then it is pretty close to 0, right? Since it is less than 90, so this is something like 95 angles, because it should be a obtuse angle. Okay, obtuse angle. Theta equals 95, or you can just say it is cos inverse minus 0.08. Okay, but anyway, you can keep the answer as cos inverse minus 1 divided by 3 into 3.7, or you can put theta equals cos inverse minus 1 over 3 into square root of 14, or by using the calculator, you can get the answer. Right, so we have done the angle between A and B vectors. Then we want to take the fourth one. It is the important thing. It is the dot product, guys. Okay, the fourth one, it is asked about the dot product, not the dot product, it is cross product. This cross product, we are getting another vector. Now this is already we have two vectors A and B, and the new vector will come, which is perpendicular to these two vectors. Third vector will be the vector perpendicular to both. Okay, you are getting a vector in the cross product that will be perpendicular to the given vectors. Okay, how do you get this one? So you have to get the matrix to get this one, A cross B. So in the matrix, first you put the this ijk values, that means the unit vectors of them. Then put the coefficient of each vectors. Now a equals 2y plus j minus 3k. Now put the corresponding vectors. Now first take a, since it is a is the first, then first write the a value. If it is b is the first, here you want to write the coefficients of the b. Now here in my case, I have the first vector as a. So the first coefficient is corresponding to I is 2, right? 2y. So this you want to put 2 here. Then j value is just 1, because j value is positive 1. And what is the k value is minus 3. Minus 3. Now take for the b vector. B vector, what is the I value? It is 2. What is the j value? It is minus 2. What is the k value? It is plus 1. Okay, how do you simplify this one? That is also simple. Okay, we can simplify it like this way. Now first take of this eye, okay, the eye, and you draw a mentally line both vertically and horizontally to that one, like this way. I will take another color and draw that one, like this way. Draw the things, okay. So then I times of, okay, I times of, then start with the positive, okay. This goes like this is positive and this is negative and this is positive, like that way going, interchangeably going, positive, negative, positive, okay. Now I is the thing you are getting first. Now when we draw this vertical and horizontal line, these two are getting cut off and the remaining thing is this one, okay. So you are getting the determinant value of this thing, the remaining part. 1 into 1 is 1, minus, put a minus and put the next one, minus 3 into minus 2, minus 3 into minus 2, okay. Or either you can say here 1 into 1, okay, 1 into 1, 1 into 1 minus minus 3 into minus 2, that is the I value, okay, I value. Now what is then, since this is negative, you put minus j and put a bracket. Now draw, I will draw from here. Now draw across the j, and j vertical and across the j horizontal. Now what is remaining? Remaining thing is these two, okay. These two are the things which are remaining. So you want to get the determinant value of that one. What is that? 2 into 1 minus minus 3 into 2. Okay. Then take the next one, plus k. Okay, plus k. Now when you take k, it is positive, plus k. Now draw this line and this line. Okay. When those two lines are getting off, what is remaining? These two are the determinant. So 2 into minus 2, 2 into minus 2 minus 1 into 2. Okay, now simplify and get the answer. Okay, what is that? I times of, I times of, here 1 into 1 is 1, minus here minus 3 into minus 2 is plus, and it is 6. 6 into minus is minus 6, right? Minus 6. Minus j, and here 2, right? 2 minus, minus into minus is plus, plus 3 into 2 is 6, okay. Then plus k, k here 2 into minus 2 is minus 4, and minus 1 into 2 is minus 2, like that way coming. The answer then, here minus 5 I minus j, and here is 8, 8j, and here minus 4 and minus 2 minus 6, minus 6k. So this is the cross product of A and B, A cross B. So A cross B equals minus 5i minus 8j minus 6k. So I'll erase the thing and write that one. A cross B, we are getting the answer as A cross B, we are getting the answer as A cross B, we are getting the answer as minus 5i minus 8j minus 6k. So this is the answer for this one. And the last part, we got the angle as well. Unit vector in the direction of A cross B. What do you mean by the unit vector? Unit vector means this magnitude should be 1. Okay, that means that the value is 1. So we are getting this unit vector. If it is u, you are getting the unit vector by the vector value. Unit vector we are getting vector value, okay. Your vector value you are dividing by the magnitude of that vector, okay. Unit vector we are getting vector divided by the magnitude of that one, Okay, now unit vector in the direction of A across B. So you want to get the unit vector of A cross B unit vector. Okay, A cross B unit vector we want to take. I will take this vector as n. Just okay, that is you want to write the vector value. Vector value means the cross product, right? The cross product A cross B divide by what is that? The magnitude A cross B magnitude. Okay, so what's the magnitude, guys? Magnitude, it is easy, you can get uh, the magnitude. How do you take magnitude? We are getting this this magnitude of this vector, magnitude, what we are getting, we square these things, and uh, we are getting that one, right? So anyway, this, what is this A cross B? We know that it is 5y minus 8j minus 6k. Okay, this is the vector value, and divide by the magnitude. Magnitude means get the coefficients, square them and add them and get the square root. 5 squared minus 5 squared. Okay, minus 5 squared means that is a positive square, and minus 8 squared plus minus 6 squared, and get the square root of them. Okay, what's the answer? Answer is still 5y minus 8j minus 6k divide by, what if 5 squared is 25, and here 64, and here 36. 64 36 means 100, and this is 125. That means 25 into 5. 25 into 5 square root. 25, we know that that has a square root, so it is 5. 5 into root 5. Okay, that means this whole thing you want to divide by 5 into root 5. Okay, you can either keep it in this way, or you can separately divide this each coefficient by this value and keep that way as well. So you can keep it like this way, or you can keep like uh, unit vector equals 5 divided by 5 root 5 into I minus 8 divided by 5 root 5 into j minus 6 divided by 5 root 5 into k. Only the thing is, now this is getting cancelled, then 1 root 5, and you can then rationalize the what we call the denominator. Okay, you can do like that way, denominator multiply by root 5 and numerator also multiply by root 5, and you can get like that way. But rather than going like this way, you can keep the answer like this way. This is very well okay. So I keep the answer like this way: 5y minus 8j minus 6k divide by all things divided by 5 root 5. Okay, that is the end of this one. I think you understand this.